Good morning and welcome to sunny Newquay. So today we're going back down to where we ended the day yesterday in Holywell, and we're walking south to St. Agnes. So St. Agnes is not exactly right on the bus line, but you can kind of walk down one of the roads a little bit and get there. So I'm kind of creating my own adventure a little bit, but tomorrow me is going to be real thankful for this because it'll cut down my hike tomorrow, and tomorrow's like the big elevation day. So yeah, wish me luck. Well, I'm back in Holywell, walking back down to those dunes, and from there I will climb a very, very large hill to get out of this river valley and then continue on. I think it's supposed to be about 4-ish miles to Perniforth, which would be about halfway for me. And then I'm going to do the next 4-ish miles to St. Agnes. So I'll probably take a nice break in Perniforth. There's supposed to be definitely some elevation today, but not as bad as those first few days. So I did some math last night, and I have walked 54 miles on the path, according to my watch and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. My goal is 100 miles, and I'm over halfway there. And I don't know. That's just I feel really accomplished right now. So I'm excited for the day. Turns out I hate sand in my shoes more than I hate hiking in sandals. Not sure what this is, but it almost looks like army barracks. Clearly not in a ton of use right now. Interesting. And then there's this house, which is a very different vibe. So, cool. Definitely was a military site. Hopefully nothing is going to explode. And it's all very cleaned up. Let's go on to some prettier things. Ooh, hardy breed of Shetland and Dartmoor ponies apparently graze here. I don't hold out much hope that I'll see any, but you never know. So apparently this is Heron Beach, and then that little area over there is Perniforth, which is, I think, about my halfway point. Cool. So according to my sleuthing, that is Perniforth, as I thought, and that is St. Agnes. So in theory, that's where I end my day. It feels very close, but it's probably an optical illusion. So apparently there's 2 routes. There's one that winds its way over these dunes, which sounds horrible, or you can go walk along the beach, which, fine. I think I'll go the beach route. I'd rather take the time to get my feet dry and desanded after walking it than that. If I'm gonna beach walk, that's the only way to do it. Unfortunately for my beach walk, there are quite a bit of jellyfish in the water here, so that's making me have to be slightly more alert. Jellyfish. Check out that one. It looks like part of it got ripped off. It has those little circles in it. You know what's really odd? See, that is a person who's hiking the same path I am, just the other direction. And I find it odd that I haven't seen many people going in the same direction I'm going. There's been a ton of people going the other direction. And I only find that weird because the direction I'm going is more common. All the guidebooks, or most of the guidebooks, are set up so that you go north to south. So where's all the people going north to south? I don't know. Questions. So according to my map, at low tide, it's out far enough that you can walk around that point. Fortunately for me, the tide is not low enough, so I need to dry my feet off and then walk up over that headland. So just as I was saying I'm not running into people, I ran into 2 hikers. Of course. Also, while I avoided most of the dunes, this last big one is apparently for me. And there's Perranporth, so I have a little bit of a break here, eat my lunch, maybe find a shop with a Coke in it, and then continue on over those headlands. Well, apparently there's more beach walking to get into town. I don't like sand. Well, I've had better and worse lunch spots. Sitting, my feet up, lovely beach view. And on the other side, here's a parking lot. But you know what? I have a bench and I have an ice cold Coke, so I'm gonna take the wins. Goodbye, Perranporth. You are a great break. Now I have to keep on keeping on. And up next, I have St. Agnes, which is another 4 miles. Oh look, it's another one of the hostels that I was gonna stay at before the pandemic, and now they really only do private functions, which is really unfortunate because this was gonna be my home base for a couple of days, including one of my break days. Also, you can see now over there, that's where I couldn't walk before because the tide was too far in. Now it's out. Okay, on to St. Agnes. So back in the day, this part of Cornwall was, I think it was tin mining that they had a lot of here. And we're starting to get to the part where we're gonna see remnants of those old mines. So I'll try to point them out as I notice them. I'm not an expert by any means, but they should be pretty visible. So here's one of the tops of a mine shaft. I think I saw one earlier too. You can kind of see that little cage thing that they did originally, and then clearly people were dumb, so they needed to put a larger fence around it. Yeah. Okay, dumb question, but would anybody take a motorcycle out here? I mean, I know we just got done talking about the whole, you know, don't go play with the mine shaft thing, but like, I just don't know how. Maybe it's more like dirt bikes? Well, it looks like this area might be more of those mines. You can see how the earth is all different here. And back behind me, there were a bunch of more of those mine shaft things. There's also a lot of planes and aircraft because up there is an airport. I just passed this older man who apparently was like mildly concerned that I was walking all the way to St. Agnes, which according to him from here is about 3 miles, which makes sense. I didn't tell him that I've walked like, you know, 60 miles at this point, but he seemed very concerned about these next 3, so hopefully he doesn't know something I don't. It's really cool how the landscape's starting to change. Getting more of this rocky stuff. I mean, not super fun to walk on, but kind of cool to look at. Stumbled across some more mines. Again, they're all fenced off. So we're just gonna continue on. So when you came around the bend, there were some parts of the mine you can still see and access. I think that fenced off area is the shaft that goes down on the ground, but doesn't look like much, but it's kind of cool. Imagine coming to work and that's your view. Well, I made it just about, so I have to still go up and down one more little up down, and then it'll drop me down into the river valley. That is, I think, Talbot's Cove or something like that, and then in is St. Agnes, where I'll catch the bus. But yeah, I'm feeling okay. I'm ready to be done for the day, but not about to die, so there's that. So this is more relics from the mining time. You can see all the way back there. There's tons littered around this town of St. Agnes. You can see across the bay too, there's some, like over there. Very cool. So close and yet so far. And yes, it is an area of outstanding natural beauty. One more giant hill, then I should dip down into the valley. Well, I never saw the ponies before, but there's a horse. Don't think it's the ones they were talking about, but still cool. So we're just entering St. Agnes, and you can see all these like, smokestack type things. Those are also from the mining industry. Mining or something? I'm not quite sure. All I know is that it's from the mining industry. But there's tons around here, and it'll be a lot kind of going down for a bit. Okay, I made it. Apparently there's a wedding going on behind me. But, yeah. Now to find the bus stop. There's the wedding. It's become kind of a group spectacle in this little square. Okay, I got that same candlestick, but this time actually got served the chocolate mint. It's okay. It's like a little watery, more like gelato consistency, which means it's like a little less flavorful. Like a 7 out of 10. Okay, so I walked up from the beach to, I guess, this little like part of St. Agnes called Peterville, but the bus stop was like on a sketchy little island in the road by a parking lot to a Chinese restaurant. So I'm walking up this hill to go to the bus stop before it, which is kind of more in like the central part of town. And I'm hoping the bus stop will be a little less sketchily located and also like not in direct sunlight. So fingers crossed. This is St. Agnes proper. It's super cute. Very higgledy-piggledy. Although the bus stop is still very close to the side of the road. At least there's this little ledge I can stand on for shade.